As Liverpool return home from their pre-season tour, the transfer rumour mill shows no signs of slowing down. One saga in particular has begun to dominate headlines, and now one of the most trusted names in football journalism has weighed in. With whispers growing louder and the stakes higher than ever, Fabrizio Romano has delivered a major update that could reshape the narrative around one of the summer's biggest potential deals. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Wataru Endo got deserved time in the spotlight in his homeland of Japan, with Arne Slot explaining why it was important to give him the armband and sub him on separately from others. Endo may have only played 865 minutes across all competitions last season, but he proved an invaluable presence on the way to winning the title, embodying the meaning of a team player. His experience and leadership qualities did not go unnoticed, nor did his desire to put his body on the line late in games, and it rightly earned him praise from all corners of the club. On return to his native Japan, Liverpool made sure to celebrate their number 3 by substituting him onto the pitch before everyone else, in addition to handing him the armband for the final 30 minutes. Slot stressed it was a deserved moment in the spotlight for Endo, who was a very important reason for Liverpool winning the Premier League title. Speaking after the 3-1 win over Yokohama, Slot told reporters, "The reason why I brought Wataru Endo in just before the rest is that I think he deserved that more than everyone else, I would almost say, for the role he played last season in us winning the league. I know that everybody was talking about Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, Virgil van Dijk. Who else do I forget? All these great players that scored so many goals. But what no one probably ever saw was how well the players that didn't play all the time accepted their role. Wata was probably the best example of that. No matter how many minutes we needed him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, he was always there for the team, and that is a very important reason for us winning the league last season. He totally deserved to get the credit from the Japanese fans today. If I helped him a little bit by giving him the captain's armband, then that's nice because he totally deserves this." At the end of the match, Endo also had the honour of lifting the J-League World Challenge trophy for Liverpool in another nod to how selflessly he has served the club under Slot. The 32-year-old has 2 years left on his contract at Anfield and has readily expressed his intention to stay, even if the club tells me to leave. Now in some groundbreaking Isak to Liverpool news, Liverpool's pursuit of Alexander Isak is shaping up to be one of the most high-stakes transfer sagas of the summer, one that refuses to reach a swift conclusion. Even as the squad returns home from their pre-season travels, fresh from their trip to the Far East, where they wrapped up with a win over Yokohama F. Marinos in Japan, the Reds are now back on Merseyside. With the Premier League kickoff drawing closer, preparations will now intensify on the training pitch and, crucially, in the boardroom. Despite already being among the most active Premier League clubs this summer, Liverpool looks set to raise the bar even further. The headline pursuit, Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak. All eyes are on St James's Park, where Liverpool are waiting for a signal that Newcastle are open for business. In the meantime, speculation has swirled that personal terms have already been agreed between the Reds and the Swedish international. Now, respected transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano has added clarity to the situation, and his comments only add fuel to the fire. According to Romano, there's no doubt Isak wants the move. And while nothing is signed yet, Liverpool's side of the deal is in place. I told you for 2 weeks now that Alexander Isak wants to go to Liverpool, Romano stated on his YouTube channel. How can you think he doesn't go to training, doesn't go on tour with Newcastle, without having a contract ready with Liverpool? It's quite obvious that the contract is not a problem. Romano doubled down, insisting the player's absence from Newcastle's pre-season tour is a clear sign. The player is never going to create a problem with his current club if he doesn't have an agreement ready on the other side. Personal terms are never going to be a problem. Isak wants to go to Liverpool. I keep repeating that. The Times recently reported that Isak is eyeing a contract worth around £300,000 per week, figures that appear out of reach for Newcastle, but not for Liverpool, who are understood to be prepared to meet his demands. Should the move be greenlit, it won't come cheap. A transfer fee in excess of £120 million is expected, an enormous outlay that would smash Liverpool's transfer record. Criticism has often been levelled at the club's owners for perceived hesitancy in the market, particularly when competing with Europe's biggest spenders. But those complaints are beginning to fade. Having already committed heavily to retain the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, and with major deals this summer, including moves for Florian Wirtz and now Isak, the owners appear determined to push Liverpool back to the summit of European football. The ball is now in Newcastle's court. If they're ready to talk, Liverpool's next marquee signing could be just a phone call away. In other news, Rio Numoha's impact on Liverpool's pre-season gives energy to the team, says Arne Slot, who is delighted with his progress despite still having learning points. Unamoa scored his second goal of pre-season and his first in front of a crowd when he made it 3-1 in Liverpool's comfortable win over Yokohama F. Marinos. It capped another impressive showing from the 16-year-old, who replaced Cody Gakpo for the final 27 minutes in Japan's Nissan Stadium. There has been considerable hype around Numoha's performances so far in pre-season, and it is easy to see why, though while Slot is a big admirer of his number 73, he knows there is still work to be done. Rio, again, showed the quality he has, and that's nice for us, he told reporters in his post-match press conference. We have a lot of very good players, but to get some very good players through the academy is always helpful, always gives energy to a team as well. It's always nice to see young players from 16, 17 or 18 years old already impacting a game. But there was also a moment in the game where he should have squared it to Maka or Curtis, so also learning points for him. But if you are 16 and you can impact the game like he did, that's definitely worth a compliment. Angamoha is likely to stay with Liverpool's first team for the remainder of pre-season and the Community Shield clash with Crystal Palace at Wembley next month. He may not be the only youngster involved either, with Slot keen to highlight the performance of fellow goalscorer Trey Nyoni, 18, as a number of his substitutes made an impact. He wasn't the only one who impacted the game from the bench, because Trey Nyoni, also a youngster, scored, assisted by Jeremy Frimpong, the head coach explained. In the first goal, I think Curtis Jones played a big part by winning the ball in the midfield. While pre-season is often an opportunity for youngsters to pick up minutes before rejoining the academy sides or heading out on loan, there is a sense that this summer is different. Numoha and Nyoni are still expected to turn out for Liverpool's under-21s in 2025/26, as well as the under-19s in the UEFA Youth League. But the teenagers could also be given more first-team exposure. It would be remiss to get carried away with their performances in a handful of friendlies, but there is little denying the impression they are making. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.